everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some new products that I found from CoverGirl. Along with this mini haul, towards the end I will be sharing a quick tutorial on one of the palettes that I'm going to be showing you guys, so be sure to stay tuned to that. All of these products were purchased at Walmart, and if you're wanting to find out any extra details, quick tips, and tutorials, be sure to check out CoverGirlBeautySteals.com. I will have it linked down below for you guys. So the other day while I was at Walmart, instead of going to the grocery section first, of course I beelined it towards the cosmetics. I can't help myself, don't deny it, you're guilty of it too. So while I was in the CoverGirl section, I noticed they had a ton of new releases, which I was so excited for. That's always the best time of the year whenever cosmetic lines release a ton of new stuff to go through. But the first thing that I noticed is a lot of these products are very prestige inspired. And the best part is everything was at Walmart's everyday low prices, which makes it affordable for a lot of us, just because makeup is getting more and more expensive. So you really can't beat picking up a palette that's under $10. Can we say hashtag beauty steals? So one of the very first products that I picked up was their new Plumpify Blast Pro Mascara. It says Extreme Plump and Lift. This retails for $8.99. So in the normal version you have black, black, brown, and very black, and then I believe the waterproof formula comes in only very black. It has this really cool kind of double helix shaped brush. It really helps grasp onto every single lash from root to tip to really maximize the volume. Honestly, I love affordable mascaras. I feel like they compare to many high-end ones. I've purchased high-end mascaras in the past and I really don't notice a difference. I don't know if it's just because I always go for waterproof. I've had the best luck with mascaras that are under $10. So I was really excited to see that CoverGirl release another one. Next up, I picked up these Oh Sugar Balms. I have been loving these. Now don't be confused, these aren't lipsticks. So if you're looking for something that's really saturated with pigment, I would go with a lipstick instead. This is more of a hydrating lip treatment with a tint of color. Right now I'm wearing soda over a lip liner. These though are the perfect product just to keep in your purse. It's something that you can put on your lips without having a mirror, but it's so hydrating and nourishing on your lips. I love the scent. It has a really nice kind of citrusy, sugary scent. These retail for $6.99. I believe there were 10 colors. I love the packaging. They're just so cute. I picked up number 2 Candy, which is more of a Your Lips But Better kind of pink, and then number 7 Soda, which is, this is kind of a sheer berry color. These are just really nice products for on the go. Like I said, if you're just looking for a really nice sheer wash of color. They're incredibly nourishing. I believe they're infused with avocado butter, grapeseed oil, as well as vitamin C and E. For $6.99, I feel like you can't beat that, just to have, like I said, a nice sheer wash of color on top of your lips. Next up is definitely the product that I was the most excited for. I always love finding affordable palettes. These are the CoverGirl True Naked palettes. Right on the packaging it says shades like a leading $50 eyeshadow palette. Once you see the swatches and the color scheme, I think you'll know exactly what it's comparable to. I have been so impressed with these so far. I'm actually wearing 2 of the shades on my lids right now, and then in the tutorial at the end of the video I created more of a dramatic look just so you guys can see you can go from a really like fresh everyday look to something more dramatic and smoky. There are 3 different colors. These retail for $9.99 a piece. There's nudes, roses, and then goldens. That was the only one that I couldn't get my hands on. But so far I've been really impressed with these. They're incredibly soft and buttery and pigmented. I was so shocked. I really like this one here, the nudes one, just because there are 2 really nice, well actually there's 4, but these 2 matte shades here I'm in love with. This one kind of, I'm pretty sure had the most amount of matte shades, and it goes kind of back and forth from a shimmer, a matte, a really sparkly shade, matte shimmer, you get the point. So you get 8 shadows in here, as well as a little sponge tip applicator, which I would actually recommend saving just because the shimmery shades are so soft, and sometimes with those kind of shadows I feel like applying it either with your finger, a damp brush, or a sponge tip applicator is the best way to go. You don't really want to go in with a fluffy brush when shadows are softer like that, because then they kind of get all over the place. So if you really want to intensify the color, I would recommend just getting the sponge tip applicator, or like I said, a brush, slightly damp. That's what I actually did on the center of my lip in the tutorial. If you have brown or hazel eyes, I feel like this would be a total must-have. Something about purples and plums just really make those eye colors pop. These 2 shadows here are absolutely incredible. You'll see the swatches going up right now. Specifically this 4th shadow, I guess I should have flipped it the right side up. This one here is stunning. I cannot get over the pigmentation of this one. This I used with a dampened brush and just put it all over my lid, and then went in with a deeper plummy shade in the crease. It's stunning. I'm definitely gonna do another tutorial using just this palette on my channel soon. I haven't tried the golden one yet, so I can't vouch for that one, but you really can't go wrong with either of these, especially for $9.99. I feel like that is such a great deal. But that is it for my haul. Let's go ahead and move on to the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy. My lid's already primed and ready to go, so taking the second shade in the palette, I'm using the color Shell, which is a matte bone shade, and applying this from the inner corner all the way on up to my brow bone. Now to add some warmth and depth into the crease, I'm taking the fourth color, which is called Fawn, and applying this from the inner corner to the out, just using soft windshield wiper motions. Now I want to create a smoky effect in both inner and outer corners, so starting off a little bit lighter, I'm going to pick up a small amount of cocoa and apply this to the outer corner as well as the inner corner. To create more depth in the look, I'm going to take the deepest shade in the palette called Sable on a dense pencil brush and apply this both to the inner and outer corner and connect it. Be sure to leave the center of your lid empty because this is where we're going to add the pop of color. Now taking the sponge tip applicator that comes with the palette, I'm going to slightly mist it with a setting spray and then dip it into both champagne and mink and apply this right into the center of my lid. Be sure to take a blending brush afterwards just to blend in the inner and outer corners. To complete this look, I'm going to go in with both cocoa and coffee and apply this onto my lower lash line, smudging it back and forth, and then of course topping off my lashes with some Plumpify mascara. While playing with the palette, I couldn't help but notice that Buff and Champagne look like they would make amazing highlight shades. So of course I had to try it for you guys, and as you can see, those two shadows combined create a beautiful highlight color. So I applied those to the tops of my cheekbones as well as down the bridge of my nose and onto my Cupid's bow. Alright you guys, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out CoverGirlBeautySeals.com and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!